Hi everybody, this is Bonnie Barker with BonnieBabeCrochet.com, and it is so good to see you. Give me a minute here, and I'm gonna adjust some lights. Just a second. All right, got just a little too much reflection. I still have a lot. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Back again. Let me go ahead and refresh my computer so I can see who's in the chat. I'm kind of flying blind right now. Okay, here we go. Um, I just really want to check. Oh, there's a lot of people in the chat. Let me go ahead and check in with you guys and see how. Oh my goodness, a lot of folks are here. Um, Connie's Couch Crochet, good morning, good afternoon. And then Asia and Marcy. Marcy says, good morning, God bless you always. Isn't that sweet? From San Diego, California. I'm praying for everything that is going on, always in my prayers. Amen, Marcy. Thank you for doing that. That's pretty much all we can do this morning. And I see Bobby, the crafty Kentuckian, is in the chat. Hey, Bobby. I listened to your message yesterday. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that with everybody. Yes, we are doing well here. I am back home in Maryland for, I think, an indefinite period because the governor of our state says that I can't travel. And the main reason why I even traveled when we did is I had been away from my husband and daughter in Maryland for more than 3 weeks. And Becky, my daughter who's in the chat, she and her husband took over taking care of Grandma Barker and making sure she stays fed and healthy and safe from this virus. So we had two quarantine situations, and we just kind of traveled from one quarantine house to another. And um, I could go into a lot of details, but I won't, including how to avoid how to avoid rest stops along the way. So we totally did not come in contact with people, which really feels weird. But it did cut 2 hours off of a 9 hour trip from South Carolina to Maryland, which is just northwest of Washington, D.C. So we saved a lot of time on Tuesday. Lynn is in the group chat. Hi, Lynn. It's from Chicago. She says, still continuing to have faith in Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen, friend. And Noreen, good morning. And Discovering Hope says hello to everyone. Lori says, Lori, howdy, show. Hello, everyone. Praying that all are safe in this troubled time. God is in control, so continue to have faith. Amen. Gee, it just feels more like a church meeting than a crochet page, but so be it. These are the times that we're in, and I think that's where our hope needs to be. Um, and let's see, we have Becky. Becky's there. I said, hi, Becky. And Linda Jones said, this virus is more than just a virus. Yes, I agree. It does feel really strange. Yeah, I see that, Linda. But you know what? God is still in charge, and nothing takes him by surprise. It might surprise us, but it has not surprised him one iota. And Lynn, let's see. Oh, we have Esther. We have Deb Sky from Toronto. Hi, Deb. And Barbara. And let's see. Um, yes, Laura, I agree with that. About many will survive from all faiths and beliefs, but God will give his followers the peace and strength to get through this. I am 71 and have seen his blessings in many circumstances. Thank you for sharing that, Laura, and your wisdom. It just seems like the older we get, I feel like the more wisdom we have, or at least that's the way it should be. Um, and Bobby says, are you ready for the news I was talking about in the comments of your post on your post here? Sure, Bobby, let us know. I'll try to get down to that when I can. I just want to catch up with some others. Yolanda says hi. Hi, Yolanda. And Monique from the Netherlands. Thank you for joining us from so far away. I hope you all are doing well there. Um, and we have Jan. Thank you, Jan, for your prayers. I can feel them, my friend. And let's see. I always mispronounce this. Is it Archer and Ace is in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Sheila Bates, thank you for coming along. Yay, thank you for your well wishes there. Yes, we are home safe. Um, and Trish from Seattle, good morning to you there. Hope you all are doing well. I understand from the news that you guys are doing a great job of flattening this curve. Um, and Charlene Lucas from O'Fallon, Missouri. Thank you. Says praying for all in your family and all. Thank you so much, Charlene. And Pet Mim says hello. Hello there. And let's see. We have Bonita Brown from Keswick, Ontario. I hope I said that right. Thank you for joining us, Bonita. And Skit Scat Kitty uh, from Eugenia. Is it Eugenia? Okay, maybe you are Eugenia. I'm sorry, Eugenia from Missouri. Hi, Eugenia. I'm a little slow this morning. And let's see. And Swati, good morning to see you. Good to see you, Swati, or see your post anyway. And Esther, as always, it's great to see you. Let's see if I missed anybody. I think I got those. Let me just see who else we have here. I'm catching up quickly here. Um, Leanne Reed from Clarksburg, Maryland. Hi, neighbor. We are just down the road from you off of Brink Road that turns into Whiteman. That's we be there. Um, Actually, the church that my family and I attend is in Clarksburg. Meets up at the Hallie Mills Middle School when the schools are open. Of course, we haven't met in a while. Um, we have Candace from Manchester. Is it Tennessee? Manchester. Well, didn't know there was a Manchester, Tennessee. I know I'm familiar with Manchester, New Hampshire, but welcome, Candace. I hope you and your family are well. And Esther says she's crocheting while watching. I see people do that on their chats. They crochet and talk. I just don't have that kind of talent. I takes all my attention just to try to catch up. And as you know, I miss a lot of these comments. So today I'm just really trying to focus on your comments. I have no planned agenda. I have a couple things I can tell you, but I mean, no big deal. No, nothing to market. Nothing to really share with you. Of all the closings and the what do you call it, cancellations. I've already talked about those for the last couple weeks, so I'm not even going to bother with that today. Um, let's see. Jan says loves the daffodil thumbnail. Well, Jan, that is one of about 4 daffodils that I have left in the ground. And as we drove around the driveway coming home on Tuesday, they were there blooming. I tried to do it in such a way that you didn't see all the other weeds growing up because I didn't really do much with that little piece of land around the front of our house last year. We have a really bad problem with deer here. So last year, I was just so busy with travel. I just said, I'm not even going to bother planting flowers. And that's the first time I didn't. Because when I do plant flowers, I think I did plant. I didn't grow any vegetables because the last time I did, the deer completely ate the bushes all the way down to nothing. They completely destroyed my tomato plants. I mean, you know how stinky those things are. They ate them all down to the roots. So I just said, forget it. I'm going to give them a couple years to forget about our land, forget about our house, and that there's anything to eat, and then I'll try again. Um, anyway, not to be complainy there. But the way things are going, I may be planting a lot more just out of necessity here. Um, Ooh, we've got a lot more people in the chat. Just 2 minutes of talking and look what happens. Um, we have Regine from France. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I hope you all are okay over there in Europe. Um, and then Jan's in Joliet, Illinois. Welcome. And Christine Wise says she's staying busy crafting and praying. Boy, that aren't we all? Thank you, Christine, for your prayers. I know that it's not for nothing. They are being heard, and I know there's going to be, this is going to turn around, and this is going to turn around quickly, and it's going to turn around in a great way. So just hang in there, hold to the faith. Um, yeah, keeping the faith here. Rhonda's What's on the Hook says, good morning, keeping the faith here. That's all we got to do, Rhonda. Just hang in there, do the right thing. I won't go through all the CDC recommendations. You've heard them tens of millions of times by now. But yeah, just keep doing what you know to do. And let's see who else we got here. Linda Blankenship, thanks for joining us today. And Bobby says, by the way, Bonnie, if you'd like to share a short synopsis of what I said in my video yesterday, please feel free to do so. Well, how about if I just do this? Bobby has a YouTube channel, The Crafty Kentuckian. If any of you all want to check out his word of encouragement, go ahead and do that. I know he's trying to start a channel and doesn't have a lot of followers right now, and give him some support. That would be great. Um, Brett's mom says, okay, hi, Bonnie and Becky. Hope you all are safe and healthy. I pray this for all of us. Yes, we are doing well, doing well. Um, I have DM Heart for their first live. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could catch us live here and see how things go. Um, Bobby asked Becky, are you and your hubby going crazy yet, being quarantined like I am? I don't know if I don't think they're going crazy just yet. Grandma Barker keeps us all in a good way, keeps us busy. She's 91. She is unfortunately confined to a wheelchair right now just because of her polio leg. I don't think she minds me telling you all that. But but otherwise she's healthy, and she's her mind is totally intact, and she's one of those cheerful people you'd want to be around. And she's really boom, 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 likes her schedule, and time goes very quickly. So I think Becky and Brian are doing okay. Becky actually, she sent me a picture wearing the mask that I made in one of those other videos, and she actually used it this morning going to Food Line to pick up some food for them, and was just commented before we went live about how, coming into the house, she had to decontaminate, kind of basically change your clothes quickly, put them in the laundry, just and take a shower and get rid of. I guess before she did that, get rid of the grocery bags and all the things that you're doing. So I mean, we almost like need a decontamination station there, right there at the garage as you come in. But thank God that they have a garage too to come in and out. But anyway, um, and besides, Bobby, I want to let you know, Becky's husband brought his big computer, so they have quite a gaming community that's quite supportive, and that they've known for years. And so a lot of them, are communicating online through something called, it starts with a D. What's it called, Becky? It's called, anyway, there's a program. It's kind of like a Zoom program, but different. And it starts with a D. D-I, what is it? Anyway, my brain is slow, but they use something that they can communicate with many people online. So it's like having a group of them together. They just can't. Okay, Discord. Thank you. Thank you, Esther. Yeah, it's called Discord. If you all want to look that up and want to talk to a group of friends, you can do that. I think it's just audio, and I think the advantage of Discord is that the privacy settings are pretty secure. Okay, that's okay. I'm speaking outside of my knowledge area right now, but if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check that out. Um, let's see. Judy says, sending our prayers to everyone. God bless all of you. Thank you, Judy. I've been thinking of you all too. Let me tell you, whenever I pray, I know God knows you by name, and I just say, God, pray for my buddies on YouTube. I mean, you know who they are, and you know their needs. And I know that's non-specific. I do pray specifically of those that I know specifics, but you guys are on my heart a lot, because I feel like this is my family, my extended family during this time of this particular season. So we have Christina from Portugal. She's sending a big hug. Thank you, Christina. And Barbara says to God bless everyone. And Sweet Susie is in the chat. Hi, Sweet Susie. And Barbara Clark from Texas. OK Farm Gal. I guess you're the Oklahoma Farm Gal. I'm guessing that's what that is. Says closed our food bank for the month of April. So sad. Ooh, that is. I hope things will open up somewhere else. Maybe another church nearby or something will have something for you all. Um, and Christina Tato, thank you for your blessings. Yeah, this is kind of a tragic moment. Never would have imagined this. And Anika Williams, and she says, keep the faith and let us pray for other countries and each other. Amen. And yeah, Becky's saying, yeah, she's pretty busy taking care of grandma. And okay, I know a lot more has come in. I'm getting to that. So Bobby said, the crafty Kentuckian, which is Bobby, said, my birthday is coming up on the 15th. Not looking forward to it though, but I will be taking up sewing. My mom is going to be getting me a handheld sewing machine. Excellent, Bobby. That I think you're going to really enjoy that. It's a lot faster than crochet, um, but the thing that I always get wrong is you have to make sure you put the wrong sides together and then you flip it around. Sometimes I put the right sides on the outside and have to get the seam ripper, but you'll enjoy that. Um, and by the way, your birthday's in April. My husband and I'm not going to get specific on the date just because of the security thing, but we have birthdays in April, and I have a son whose birthday's coming up next week. So we got a lot of April birthdays coming up. Great month to be born in, right? And so we have Ken from Northwest Indiana. Welcome, Ken. And Gail from Trenton, New Jersey. Ah, everything just jumped on me a second. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Don't want to miss anybody. Um, wow, we got a lot of people in the chat today. Um, this may take me a while, guys. Whew. Do, 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 do. Yeah, thank you, Leanne. She says, welcome home. We have Kayla from Arizona. Hi, Kayla. Thank you for joining us. Love your state. Boy, I can't wait to go back and see that Grand Canyon again. Esther, yes. And then we have Christine from Alaska. Hi, Christine. I hope you're staying warm. That's the one thing. I went from South Carolina weather to Maryland weather, and it's cold up here, guys. If I guess it's not cold really compared to Alaska, but coming from where it was in the 80s, now I'm back to wearing 2 layers, and I'm a little chilly. And Bobby, yes, I did put a little sticky on my heat note to remind me to turn the heat back on once we're done. And okay, we got a lot of people here. We have somebody, DM Hart, watching from Morgantown, West Virginia. Thank you for joining us. I remember driving through Morgantown years ago when Becky was getting her driver's license. Remember that, Becky? Driving through Cincinnati, going to Cincinnati and back, and went through West Virginia at night in the rain. Oh boy, what an adventure with a teenager at the helm. Um, we have Janet from Georgia. Welcome, Janet. Hope you all are staying well. Um, Cat Bird from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Hello there. Thank you for joining us. And Swati says she's been crocheting during some work meetings. Helps to keep me calm when it gets frustrating. Oh, isn't that the truth? Um, let's see. Left is right crochet with Sandy. Um, thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Wish you a happy and healthy, productive morning too, and week and all. We have Ferocious Kitty watching. Thank you for joining us. And let's see. Joe Zammy says, my daughter loved the round hot pad I made. Thank you. Thank you. Great. I'm glad that worked out for you. There's a hot pad that you can use as a dishcloth, or you can fold it in half, use it as a, getting things hot out of the oven. It's on my page. It's an easy beginner project. So if those of you who are new to crochet, you might want to check that out. Archer says, plant marigolds. Deer hate them. Yeah, I would, except the problem with that here at my house is the marigolds need full sun. And the porch that we have on our house faces the north, which is great because it doesn't ever have the sun beating in on you. But the problem with that is the only thing I can grow there are things that need shade. I can't use the pretty full sun annuals because they just won't get enough sun and they die. So that's that. Thank you for that tip though about the marigolds. Okay, so we have Susie Lauden says hello from lockdown Vienna, Austria. Wow. Wow. I just have visions of a beautiful trip that we took in 2013 here in the word Austria. Hope you do well, Susie. Take care. Hope you have lots and lots of, things to keep you inside for a while. Esther says she was supposed to have jury duty on Monday. Yes, it got canceled. Well, keep up with your mail, Esther, because they're going to reschedule you for that. But Hope you're enjoying being home with your mom and everybody and your family. Um, let's see. We have Lorraine from Alabama. Thank you for joining us, Lorraine. And Kathy from Ontario. She's like, finally managed to connect with you live. How are you doing up there in Ontario? Hope things are well. I saw a lot of some license plates down in South Carolina from up in that area of Canada. A lot of them tend to go to Myrtle Beach to vacation, but I guess there won't be not going to be too many now. Um, Laura Howdy Shell, she says, I'm working on the perimeter of the colorful cable's throat, and my husband is looking forward to using it. I have so loved this pattern. I made a few changes, but it's been so enjoyable. I'm so glad to hear that, Laura. Thank you, because my concern with that project is that people were just going to get, just overly frustrated. So I'm really glad that you're able to enjoy that. I had a ball designing it. Really, really, really a lot of fun doing that. So we have Shannon Oliver. Hello there. Um, and let's see who Denise L. Thank you for joining us. And we have Jay Bond says hello. All love your videos. You've taught me so much. Well, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that. I really am. I love doing this. Kayla says, I'm crocheting a granny square blanket. I'm about 45 squares in with about 40 to go. Wow, 85 squares. My hat off to you, Kayla. That's great. Please post a picture of that on my Bonnie Bay Crochet Facebook page when you're done. I love to see what you're doing. It doesn't have to be stuff that I design. If you want to post stuff to share with others and with me, please do that. I love doing that. I wish we had a way to do that on YouTube, but we don't just yet. Um, well, I'm right behind here on the comments. Da, 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 da. Anne, hey Anne, thank you for posting. She says, I hope you and your family are safe. So far, so good. So far, so good. We've kind of been extreme. My husband has been a scientist for many years, and he often works with nuclear, kind of material, radioactive kind of things at work. So he's been very conscious of that all the years I've known him. So, I mean, he's the big time hand washer, which is, the best thing to do. And so he's, given us a lot of counsel, actually had us stocking up on everything from toilet paper and the works a few weeks before this even broke publicly because he had a feeling about this. And so, we're so far so good. I mean, so we're just hoping, just trusting the Lord for the outcome. And I hope you are doing well. I just let you know I was carrying your bag, that South African bag you gave me around, and I was able to show it to my husband when he came to get me in South Carolina, and I just said, pointing to the location on the bag, Cape Town is like our next location, that of course Pretoria, but just kind of like this is our next bucket list item. So I'm really hoping once this thing clears up that, maybe we'll be able to work in a trip to see you. I really want to go there and see you and Jennifer and Jane all over again. I really loved our time there. Um, yeah, Sherry's talking about Discord, says, yes, Discord is voice only and only allow who want in the channel. I think that's kind of nice, and you don't have to worry about delays and stuff like that. So, it won't tax your computer too much too. Um, see, Charlene Lucas says, I heard when we need to watch where we are ordering yarn from. Some companies ship from overseas and it could take up to 6 months to get. Ooh. I personally am still supporting local with curbside pickup. That's a great idea, Charlene. One of my local craft stores, yarn stores here is called Knit Locally in Gaithersburg, if you wanted to look that up. They're actually having surprise bag specials and I've seen their yarn being discounted as much as like $5 a scan. And I'm talking for like really nice yarn. Of course, not all of it is that cheap, but if you buy like $50 worth, which you'd have to buy 8 or 10, but at $5 a hank, which is like a steal. So anyway, if you wanted to look that up, I know that they are shipping, and I think she would also ship outside of Maryland quite happily at this stage. So look up, it's called Knit Locally, and in Gaithersburg, Maryland. You can find them on Facebook. If you just look up Knit Locally on Facebook, and you can see some of the deals they have being made available where they'll ship out to you. And I know that's good yarn. I know it's good stuff there. Um, okay, a lot more comments just came in. Oh my goodness. This is going to take all day, which is going to be great because what else do we got to do, right? Um, oh, I wanted to let you know one thing before I forget because I forgot to tell you all last week. Um, I have a brand new channel. It has nothing to do with crochet. It's just a music channel, and there's absolutely one video. It takes about 3 minutes to listen to, and that's it. I think we have 7 subscribers. The music, the one song that I have up there is called Wayfaring Stranger. It's with a Native American flute, and my friend, who's an excellent composer, his name is Roger Hooper. He did the synthesizer. We did this kind of, social distancing. I was in South Carolina when I recorded my part, and then he overdubbed, kind of recorded the synth to go with it. And the idea is it's going to be a channel for like easy listening, relaxing, even meditative style music. We've only got one song up now, but we're hoping to get more. And the name of the channel is Sapphire Freeway. So Becky, if you can just put the name in there. So all you have to do is look up Sapphire Freeway on here on YouTube, and we're looking for subscribers. There are no commercials. We can't even monetize that until we have, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers or a few hundred subscribers, and I think 1,000 hours of listening, and which is going to be a lot of hits. I mean, it's going to take a long time, and we're hoping to get more music up in the coming weeks as time permits. I know Roger works a lot from home, so his schedule is limited. And my schedule's been a little limited just with travel and caring for grandma, but I might have a little more time to put into that. So I'm really hoping to get some songs up, just instrumental kind of stuff for this coming Easter. We'll see. But if you guys can do me a favor, if you don't mind just taking a look at that and subscribing and maybe listen to it for a minute. Again, no commercials, and just let me know what you think. We'll just see where that goes. This is just kind of been a passion of mine, something I've wanted to do for years, but just haven't had the equipment to actually do any recording. Trying to finally figuring it all out to a small degree. So anyway, thanks for putting that in there, Becky. So Becky put the link in there. Let me just go ahead. That's pretty much the only one of maybe 2 announcements that I have. The other one is the Celtic Cable Crochet book. The one by Interweave with the picture of the brown poncho on the front. That's actually sold out right now on Amazon. But if those of you who are looking for a copy, I think they still have some at Barnes and Noble, and I know Walmart.com carries it. And if you just look at the other sources, they you might be able to find a copy. Somebody had contacted me this week looking for a copy, and they are sold out of the physical copy. You can get the Kindle, but the hard copy you cannot. I'm actually right now, I need to change my Etsy page because I'm sold out of them as well. I don't even have one copy in the house anymore. And I fear that our supply chain that publisher picked at the time is China. So I don't know if Penguin has any more in stock, and I have contacted Penguin. I have not heard back from them. So just wanted to let you all know about that in case you're looking for that book. I'm not trying to promote that or pressure or anything like that. Just to let you know that it is sold out on Amazon for a time, hopefully a short time. Got a lot more. Let's see. See, I see Becky's talking with Swati. Thank you for taking that, Becky. Oh wow, Swati says her husband has only one lung, so the has that pre-existing condition. So she's a little paranoid from the start. Wow, Swati, we have to pray for you, my friend. Becky, remind me to put that on my list after we're done, if you can. Um, Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for being, just being willing to listen to that when you get a chance. Um, I see Kathy Newcomb, looking forward to your May project. Just received my yarn, ready for the May Afghan project. Wow. Well, thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you're in tune with that. And this is the project that she's talking about. It's the one that I showed last week. It's kind of like an antique. It feels like an antique project with this yarn. I'm using the Good Loops Eco Cotton. But another good yarn, either the Eco Cotton or the Fusion yarn that they carry, which is half bamboo, half cotton. So details will be coming forth for that. It's going to take one bag of bonbons, and they're cotton bonbons, and 5 scans of the vanilla. If that's what I use to connect it. Now, if you don't want to use that yarn, if you have any other DK weight yarn available, or DK scraps, around, and if you want to even try using a worsted weight yarn, you could try that. I would bump up the yarn, the hook significantly, so that you get a good deal of drape out of that. Not sure how that would work with acrylic. I think it'll be a different feel, but this is it's kind of a lap blanket, 38-inch by 44-inch. But anyway, more is coming on that. It's coming May the 4th. So that's the only other thing I had on my list to mention today. So let me just get back to connecting with everybody here in the chat. So we have Lala from Ohio. Hi, Lala. Love that name. And that is really sweet. It's got Mary Hayes from Arizona. Did I already mention that? I probably did. Well, anyway, uh, redundancy. Um, we have a lot of sweet people in the chat just wishing each other well. That is so sweet. And Christine Jones says, yes, I am warm. It's 40 degrees and snowing. Doing lots of crocheting. Prayers for all to stay safe. Whew. Your idea of warm is different than mine, Christine. 40 makes me cold. Um, so we have Skit Scat Kitty says, it is sleeting and icing in Missouri, at least here in St. Joseph. Wow. Do be careful. Another reason to stay in, right? Ice and sleet. Dangerous stuff. Again, remember one of my favorite pastors used to say, we're not afraid of snow, but ice we respect thee. So be very careful. Nobody needs to fall, break anything. You don't want to go to the hospital right now. So thank you, Sherry. She's wishing happy birthday to all the April birthdays. My son will be 17 on the 14th. It looks like he's the baby. Wow. Well, congratulations there. Yeah, April's very special around here. We have Mama B's Crochet Kitchen. Hello from Baltimore. I guess that's what B More is. Good to see you in the chat, neighbor. And see. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby has a prayer request just to pray for the family of one of his friends. Said God knows the situation. Things are looking up now, but they could still use prayer. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. We'll try to do that. Okay, so we have Ellen Hillen. I said that right. Thank you for joining us. Says you've been teaching me how to crochet, and I so appreciate. Oh, my joy too, Ellen. I love doing this. This is great. Shannon Oliver. Yeah, she's greeting somebody else in the chat. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? Discovering Hope says, Bonnie, can you tell us how much yarn we need for the white lattice join on May 4th cowl? Yes, you're going to need 5. Okay. I don't have the calculations right in front of me. I don't have the yarn with me right now, but I can. Becky, can you make a note for me to post? I will post something about that in the video description when I'm done, if that's okay, if you don't mind waiting. That way it'll be precise. So, and those of you who are maybe watching on a cell phone, a lot of times people say, oh, I can't find the video description, there's a little triangle to the right of the title of the video. If you click on that, it'll kind of turn down and then more information will show. And if you click it again, that information will disappear. So for those of you who have a hard time finding that on the phone, that's where that is, that little triangle. I actually discovered that this week because I usually don't use that because I usually work mainly from my computer because I'm not real good at flying well with the cell phone exclusively. I got to have my laptop. So Skit Scat Kitty says, I am stocked up on lots of yarn. Yay. Good, good, good. And hi, Maria. Hola. I will read your message once I get off because I need to stick it in Google Translate and translate it. And those of you, whenever you see me speaking in all these different languages in the response section, I'm using Google Translate. And if any of you ever see a misspoken word in another language on there, I apologize. I'm going to blame it all on Google Translate. But man, what a wonderful tool in this day and age. Um, let's see, Esther's. What's this thing is? They won't need me for the next 3 years. Esther. I'm sorry, I missed that conversation, dear. I'll have to get more on that from you. Then we have Emily Hockenberry says hi. Hi, Emily. And Susan AB. Yes, hope everyone is staying well. And we have Linda Scroggins says, I'm so far behind. I'm almost done with your sweater. I'm using a DK weight and making it according to the measurements of fabric. Excellent, Linda. That's the best way to do that sweater pattern is to make it according to the width. Um, Linda's talking about the My First Crocheted Sweater. It's a project on the channel here using DK weight yarn. And that's the best way to do it. I encourage people to, you can follow the pattern, but my encouragement is to use a sweater that you already enjoy wearing and then use the dimensions if you need to add extra stitches to get it to that size that you already are used to wearing. That's the best way to do it. So you'll know it will fit you rather than going by Craft Yarn Council's standards like I used for the pattern. Thank you, Emily, for your encouragement there. And I just got a ton more comments in the chat here. Um, do do do. Sorry, guys, give me a minute here. I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. Says Christine Jones. I had to go out and reboot. Power flicked on and off for a couple times. Wow, that's scary, Christine. Um, let's see who else we got. Freaky Geek is there. Hey, Freaky Geek, thanks for joining. Um, we have Wendy Mott in the chat. Says, hi, Bonnie. You're looking well. Thank you. Doing your colorful cable throw. Only just started, but really enjoying it. Thank you. Excellent, Wendy. That's music to my ears. I'm so glad that you're enjoying that. Crochet Mama says, stay home and take care. And Sheila Bates says she's crocheting a rainbow shrug. Ooh, I want to see that. Please post on my Bonnie Bee Crochet page if you can, Sheila. I'd love to see what people are working on. We have Crochet Mama. Good afternoon from, is that Germany? Germany. Okay. I don't know if she ran out of letters there or what. Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us from so far away. Let's see. I'm going to scroll through. Freaky Geek says, is that you on the cover of that book now? Oh, this book here? No. This is a friend of mine. This is a friend in our church. I think Becky already answered that. Thank you for subscribing, Leanne. Thank you for the well wishes. We're going to need it. Music is really competitive on this channel, I think. But we just wanted to do something different. Hope to add a lot more to that once it gets going. Thank you, Monique, for subscribing as well. Yeah. Okay, she's talking about, okay, my friend here. Yeah. Stephanie is a really sweet. Stephanie's, I'm not going to mention the last name just for her privacy, but wow, she's a sweet gal, sweet family. Has a beautiful family. Kathy says, I'm working on your Brena barley poncho, hibernating for nearly a year and a half because I was working on it. While I was working on it, my cat died. Oh, that's so sad. Um, well, I hope you're doing better, Kathy. I hope that doesn't remind you of your kitty. That would be so sad. But hope you can finish that soon. I've got mine actually sitting right over here. I would be wearing it. It's just that it's a little bit warm inside, but it's getting cooler now that the heat's turned off for this time. Um, okay. Let's see. Yes, you're right, Bobby. Bobby has another unspoken request. Yes. Um, Jen Deal says, week 2 of being homebound, thankful to still be working. Yes, it's great. My husband is actually home with me too. He's working from home, but I'm just really thankful that he's still on the docket and still, working remotely on the computer. Um, Tris Priss Loves Books says, excited to get started on your Primrose baby blanket. Need something to distract us during this time. Crochet has been my sanity saver. Amen. That's, I used to joke for many years, this is my mental health program. It's not a joke anymore. It hasn't been a joke for a long time. This particular craft has gotten me through so many hospital stays with my mom. Um, and so over the years, as you all know, my mom went to be with the Lord about a little over a year and a half ago now. I can't believe it's been that long. But it has gotten me through so many stressful times. Of course, the Lord is the one who's gotten me through, but the crochet has given my hands something to do and my mind something to focus on, and it's been great. And right now, even just as you know, I am just as busy as ever working on new projects and everything. Um, I got many. I'm trying to read as I go here. Thank you, Jen. Yes, this was a fun blanket to make. Let's see, Eliana Miller. Thank you for joining our chat. And we have Fiber Floozy Crafts. What a funny name. That's a tongue twister to say. So it's Jill. Okay, Jill in Texas. Jill, I'm probably not going to remember that. My brain is like Teflon, like one of my old old favorite presidents there. But yeah. Okay, Brat's mom saying, "Yeah, I'm the one who emailed you about your book. I don't mind where I get it, just so eventually I get it. If I had one to send you, I would cut the price and send it to you. But I don't have any of that particular one to send you, and I don't have the authority. I think you were looking for the Vicky sweater. Thanks for asking about that. I'm just a real stickler for contracts, and when I sign my name on the dotted line that says, okay, this which you have to do if you're publishing with a big name publisher, and which I was happy to do at the time. I wish I had more control over the rights of those now. As you all may or may not know, my main publisher of my first 2 books actually went bankrupt about coming up on a year ago, but they were fortunately bought by Penguin Random House. But it's just taken Penguin Random House a long time to get things sorted out because they took on thousands of titles, I believe. So I just don't know when those books are going to be available, and I don't even have copies here. If I had the permission from them to give you that pattern, or to make it on the YouTube channel, I would. But currently, right now, I don't have a way to get that permission. So, um, and it used to be that you could buy the individual patterns from Interweave, but that's actually been transitioned, I think, over to Penguin as well. So it's kind of in no man's land right now, but it'll get worked out. The good news is, if you're looking for crochet books, I've got my Cable Crochet Made Easy and the baby blanket books and things like that. I think they're still sending them out with Amazon. Those are print on demand from Amazon, and they are printed in the US, not from China. Um, so I don't really know the status of those print houses right now. I don't know if they're operating currently or not. I should probably check on that. But I think last I checked, I believe they were still in stock. So, you know, it's just going to be weird for a while until we get through this. Um, let's see. Let me just try to go through. We have Ann Butler from North. I think I already said hi to you. Well, I'll say hi again. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, yeah, yeah, Freaky Geek says when you get it in the mail, let it sit for 2 weeks before. Yeah, 2 weeks. I think it's more like 72 hours. We're actually, but it's whatever you feel comfortable doing, Freaky Geek. Here, we're actually getting the mail with a rubber glove and then setting it in a particular place, and my husband's kind of taking charge of that. We're letting it sit for 3 days before we open our mail, just to be sure. And even when we do open the mail, even after 3 days, we're doing all the hand washing stuff. But just to be sure, just wanting to cover up all the areas there. Kayla, I hope you're enjoying the. I hope you enjoy the bonbons. I really enjoyed them. Um, Gonna have to really be careful on the gauge though, because if you tend to crochet larger than usual, you're gonna run out of yarn. So I'm a little nervous about that, guys. So just to let you know, there are 27 yards in each bonbon, so it just has to. That little square needs to be made with 27 yards, because if you need more than that, it's going to be an issue. So just kind of a little warning out there. I'm a little nervous about that. But if you use a smaller hook, you should be fine. If you need to go down a size or two, that would solve the problem, I believe. Um, let's see. We have Eliana Miller. Let's see. Leo Lindsay says stay safe and healthy. Thank you, Leo. Um, yeah, Becky said 48 hours should be long enough. Yeah, and I usually throw away all the envelopes too, and that should help a lot. Well, as far as the mail goes. Um, what's this? I know one of the ladies via YouTube that's connected with Good Loops. Yeah, that would be Stephanie. Uh, and I've yet to order yarn. I'm so bad. It's okay, Freaky Geek. It's not a problem. Um, we all have, it's okay. It's there for the taking, but I think they're doing well. Um, let's see. Eliana Miller says, first time on your channel, I guess. I finally made it here, always missed before. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you could join me. Um, I'm trying to get all caught up here. How am I doing, guys? um, this is your second live here, Freaky Geek. Well, thank you. I know you're a big fan of Stephanie, and I know she loves seeing your comments in her chat. I hope you get to meet her someday if you haven't already. She's a hoot. She's a lot of fun to be around. We have Emily Garcia. Hello and prayers to all. Thank you, Emily. Um, and see, Bobby says, she's talking with Becky. It looks like doing a study on Ephesians right now. Good job. Um, and thank you, Freaky Geek. And let's see. Yeah, Discovering Hope says she was able to purchase two of my books at Joann's. Yeah, they might have them at Joann's if you. I don't know if you want to go into the store right now for that, but yeah, Joann's sometimes carries them there. Um, Swati says, I wait to open my yarn, which is so hard to do, but I want to be safe as possible. Swati, I have to let you know, I got a box of yarn for a future publication project for Crochet World and from Lion Brand. And my husband won't let me open it. He's like, nope, let it sit there for a couple days. And I'm like, okay. So every time I walk by, I see the box of yarn just kind of whispering to me, open me, open me. I just have to say, nope, have to wait. And it's some really cool stuff in that box too. And I can't tell you about it, but it'll be done before long. Um, yeah, Freaky Geek says she wants to make sure the germs are dead before she touches them. Freaky Geek, you follow your heart. You do what you know what's best for you, and you know, certainly by 2 weeks there'll be nothing alive on that box or the things that you open. Um, Yeah, Becky's saying we've got to be pretty on the hyper alert with Grandma. Yes, we are. We actually even make her get up, even though she's in a wheelchair. We make her get up after she wants to open the mail right away. So we let her do that. But after we do that, okay, Grandma, let's go wash your hands, and we stand there and make sure she washes up really well. Um, let's see. The name of the cow, Jan, is Bonnie. It's a mouthful. Bonnie Bay's Bonbon blanket. So don't say it with a mouthful, or you'll get the person in front of you wet. Bonnie Bay's Bonbon blanket. That's the name of it. It'll be coming. I need to put a little promo video on my channel, but I'll get to that when I can. Let's see. Yes, and it's May the 4th be with you. That's the day it's coming out. Um, and Ginger Kelly, hi Ginger. Says good mornings, sending God's blessings to all. Thank you. Um, and Eliana, okay, she's talking with Esther. That's so cool. You guys are talking, having your own conversations. That's great. Um, yes, Freaky Geek, she might squeeze the life out of you, but you all will enjoy it. And hopefully it'll be the time when we can actually do real hugs again. So that'll be a good day. Um, and Diana Allen says, "Hi Bonnie, what is the scarves on your chair and the green one?" Okay, well thanks for asking. This is actually, what did I call this? It's in this book, and the designs in this book is Cable Crochet Made Easy. It let me look and see. Oop, there's a copy here I have, but that's not for sale. This is the book that I was telling you that sold out, but this is actually the German version, so you probably don't want that version of it. Um, it was kind of cool that they've actually translated the first two books to a couple of different languages. And the first book I did, Contemporary Celtic Crochet, the one right behind me here. The first language they translated it into was Estonian. So that was pretty cool. I had to even, I mean, I confess, I had to look on the map to see where is Estonia. Just had to make sure I could find where it is. I'm just looking up the name of this design because I honestly don't remember. I just remember it was a lot of fun. Okay, here it is. This is called, okay, that's right, the Abigail Scarf and Shawl. And the nice thing about this is you can make it with any size yarn. And like I might have already mentioned, the designs in this book here, they all have complete video tutorials, but these are not tutorials that are available on my public channel. These are just available through the purchase of the book. And if you do purchase the book from Amazon, you can download the PDF Kindle version for free. I have, it's called a Matchbook program. You might have to go hunting for it on their site, but if you buy the hard copy, you can get the download for free, which I highly recommend because it makes getting to the links a lot easier than trying to punch in all the different symbols for these unlisted videos. But this one is actually using Good Loops yarn, the lace weight, and it takes only one hank. So you can make a small scarf using lace weight and a smaller hook, or you can use, DK weight, and you can actually, just by repeating this pattern, make it as big as you want, which is kind of fun. And it has the Celtic weave, the arrow stitch, are the main two stitches in that. And I have gone way, way, way longer than I usually do here. I'm going to finish up here, I promise, in just a second. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Diana Stein, is it Steinley? Hello, thanks you for joining. Never a problem coming late. And thank you again, Cynthia, for asking that. Oh, Cynthia is asking about this one. So this is already on the channel. This is already on my YouTube channel. So if you just go to the home, to my home page, and you should be able to just hit videos, and you should be able to see it's actually the same color. It should pop up there. I'm losing vocabulary, guys. I need to get out and do some things outside, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I saw a couple more. Maureen Talcott says, I received yarn from Ice, and I wiped the bags down, had gloves on. That's a good idea. She says, your colorful Celtic Afghan has been a challenge to me, which surprised me. I am on the second video. Thank you for the challenge. I hope that's a good thing, Maureen. Yeah, it is a challenge. but I'm hoping that the instruction is clear enough, so that people can figure out the stitches, which I just believe anybody that knows the basics can do this, um, as long as you're really good with the basics. Don't have to worry about remembering a double crochet from a treble crochet and everything. Okay, so see, Eliana Miller says we are a very hugging and touching family. Yes, yeah, and the holding hand families. Yeah, yeah. So you guys are going through a test here, aren't you? Um, wow. So Archer Renee says she can't print the Kindle version. Yeah, that would be a lot to print out. Um, it says Matchbook program, so you like things. No, Matchbook program actually, Freaky Geek, haha. I guess you're making a joke there. That's just what it's it's actually MATCH book, Matchbook program on Amazon. And a lot of books have this. So if you ever order a book from them, this way, if you order a hard copy, but let's say you don't want to wait for them to deliver the book, you can have access to the information right away. Um, I'm kind of old school. I still like the hard copy because if it's in my computer as a document, I'll forget about it. It just will not. I have to stumble over it. I have to look at it on my bookshelf. If you can see, you can't see it, but to the left of me here, I've got the whole bookshelf. About three rows of this shelf are three shelves are all crochet books. Some that I was given to evaluate. That's how I've actually grown my collection in the last few years. But there is a lot that I have bought because they just inspire me. I may not make a single item in the book, but just looking through the pictures just brings inspiration for new designs for me. Um, and it just makes me happy to see the colors in there too. Let's see if there's anybody new here. Okay, I think I'm about caught up. Well, it is 12:57, so this may be one of the longest, well, I guess second longest times um, that I've been on. I hope I'm not boring you all to death here. Um, yeah, Lynn says she wishes the Celtic crochet book came with the download. Lynn, I have no control over that. If I could, I would do that for you all. But that's between the publisher. That's the downside to selling to a major publication company is you give up all your rights to the material um, and control over how they sell it. I can suggest things to them, but I've kind of lost. You just don't have the same control. And I see chiropractor Quad Cities. Hello, howdy from Iowa. Hello there. Thanks for joining us. Um, let's see. We have a lot of conversations going on, which is great. I think I'm kind of all caught up. Well, I just wanted to read something that came into my email this week from the pastor of a church that my son attends down in Conway. And let me see, I'll read this in a second. Let me see. I'm going to see what comments we have here. We have Ann Butler. Hi, Ann. Thanks for joining us. And Fiber Floozy, take care. I'm about to sign off here. Ann Butler says, I'm still working on the Tree of Life throw. New goal for completion is this May. Hey, take all the time you need for that. I know that's a challenging one. Um, see, Eliana Miller says your cat is doing great in heaven. Okay. Thank you, Eliana. She's encouraging somebody about her kitty there. Um, yeah, the only good thing with the tablet reading, you can make the text larger. Yes, that's right, Freaky Geek. You can do that. Um, thank you, Jan. You're so sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just read this, and then I think I'm going to sign off in about a minute because I know you all have other things you need to do. Well, this came from Josh Finklia, if I'm saying that right, um, and my son's church down in Conway, South Carolina. And this is what he said. It says, concerning our Easter coming up in about a week and a half. He says, now let's admit that this might be the weirdest Easter we will ever experience. Easter normally brings Easter egg hunts, big family gatherings, and large church services. This Easter might seem weird, but in reality, it may resemble the first Easter more closely than any other Easter you've experienced. During the first Easter, the disciples were hiding as a small group in a house. They were afraid, bewildered, and wondering what the future held. And I would add it, they were also mourning because they had just lost their Lord. But then Jesus showed up and changed everything. Jesus reminded the disciples of the past, present, and the future. He reminded them that they had nothing to fear because he was alive and he was bringing life. That just really encouraged me when I read that this week, and I just wanted to share that with you. So yeah, this is going to be a really weird Easter, but it's going to be a lot like the first one. So, and with that thought, I am going to have to say goodbye, and just wish you God's blessings. Stay safe, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.